50, 45. There goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow. Oh, my God. Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Welcome in, everyone, to a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 622. Today is Friday, January 30th. The year is 2026. Kid, good to be with you. How you doing?
Back and better than ever.
I love it.
Like we never left.
Like we never left. We got a great episode for you guys. We'll check up on some NFL news with some coaching hirings, updated odds for the Super Bowl 60 and Santa Clara, and then we got some college basketball. We got some NHL picks as well. So stay locked in, and we will start down I-95 at the link with the Eagles. They're hiring Packers quarterback coach Sean Manaman as the new OC. I was surprised that, a good job like Philly's OC job was taking this long to hire, but Sean Manaman, he did interview twice for the job, and he will be moving on from Green Bay. He's a young guy. He's only 33 years old. He was an active player as recent as 2023 with the Vikings and the Seahawks. So some knowledge in it, and he was just working with Jordan Love, and now he moves his talents to Philly to work with Jalen Hurts. What do you think of the move?
I mean, good on them, making the move early, trying to get, like we always talk about, that continuity back there. They asked Dan Orlovsky, he's like, do you want the OC job for the Eagles? But I didn't know he played that recently, 2020. Sounded a little like a Scott Tolzien out there as well on the radar for a lot of teams. But yeah, I think it's a smart move. You got to establish what you're going to do in the playbook. And now marking his 10th, I think, in 11 years. Jalen Hurts, different offensive coordinator, so
crazy.
Not something he's not used to, but just hasn't had any consistency there for his play calling. So I think they're going to move off of AJ Brown. I think he might be, saying that might be needed to kind of refresh the locker room, because at the end of the day, when we have a cancer in the locker room, you got to cut it out. And I honestly think that might have been the biggest thorn in the side for the Eagles this year, unfortunately, was the diva wide receiver, A.J. Brown.
I was going to ask if you think they're going to move on from A.J. Brown, because Elvis was on here Wednesday, and he was saying he does expect that. And I do too. Maybe on draft night, we saw him be moved to Philadelphia on draft night. So
Titans. I remember that. Everyone was shocked by that, but now this time around, it wouldn't be that much of a shock.
No, it wouldn't be. And we'll see what Howie winds up doing, but they do lock up their OC, so hopefully it is for the better. We are all set in Atlanta, down by you. President of football, Matt Ryan, head coach Kevin Stefanski, and now the Falcons are hiring Bears assistant GM Ian Cunningham as their general manager. Now, the general manager, Ryan Poles, previously was the Falcons president of football and Matt Ryan's guard at Boston College.
I was going to say, is there a BC connection here? Because Boston College runs deep, man.
It runs deep, and the two have remained close, and now Ryan is bringing Poles' right-hand man in Chicago, Ian Cunningham, to Atlanta to become the GM.
One of the best and most underrated academic colleges and educations you can get in the country is from Boston College. Hell of a hockey school and a great football program. Don't ever think you can go up there and get a easy win. I mean, it's always going to be hard to win against the Eagles of Boston College.
You like it. Ian Cunningham from, he did a little work in Chicago under Ryan Poles, now going to Atlanta to work with Kevin Stefanski and Matt Ryan. They got the leadership. We'll see if they can put the pieces on the field now.
Their president is going to know how to develop a quarterback, and that's going to be the question if they want to with Michael Penix, right? Because I think Kirk Cousins' reports had shown that he's probably out, right? He's not going to be coming back.
They said they're going to release Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, and I think he's going to hit the booth. We saw him. We saw Mike Tomlin. A couple of these guys, they might have the talent and the chops to be there. So it's not like he's going to have to continue to, I guess, stay behind a bad offensive line at times. We thought the Falcons would have a good offensive line, but it didn't really come down to it with the passing game. they could see what's up with Michael Penix. And like I said, maybe debate if they want to move somewhere else at quarterback, because that could be the answer. Stefanski want to run a certain offense. Like I said, the quarterback was Matt Ryan. Yeah, I think with Cunningham there now, it's gonna be that that brain trust between the three of them, and they're gonna get to the bottom of what they knew at the quarterback position.
I'll say this: if Kirk Cousins was the starting quarterback all year, they would have probably won the division.
Wow, you think?
100%. Michael Penix is not the guy, and as high as we are on Tampa or Carolina, who won the division, they were good, and Kyle Pitts had a really good year with Kirk Cousins. But yeah, it's unfortunate. I don't think they're gonna release some reports said this week, but he still has a little left in him. I think he could still play in the league. I don't know. Like I think he would be great in the booth, but like he can still play.
If he does make the move off it, it's probably no coming back, no turning back once he leaves at this point. Yeah, so that's the thing. It's like I guess you got to test the waters. It's not like once he got that offer from the Jets a couple of years back, he's like, now let's see if the Vikings can match. He ain't getting something like that.
So talking about general managers, surprisingly, the Vikings have fired their general manager. Do not know how to pronounce his name, but
you leave off Sam Darnold like that.
Well, the timing is a major surprise because he spent last week at the Senior Bowl. He was just extended. He got a contract extension last offseason. And I just think it's a very unique situation to say the least. But it stemmed from the quarterbacks who left. Daniel Jones, Sam Darnold all went off to be really good, and you were left with JJ McCarthy.
-9.
Who do they go after? Louis Riddick?
Ooh, I'm a big Louis Riddick guy.
Me too. He knows ball.
I think he knows ball. I think he's a brilliant guy.
But you're not surprised that they moved off of him?
No, actually, the way that you described it, yeah. I mean, you give a man a contract extension, but I guess there, like you were saying, there's no real meritocracy in the sense. It's just about you may have the money backing you, but we always say about the product on the field. Where's the execution? You say moving off of a Super Bowl quarterback and that possibly could win the Super Bowl. That's a tough pill to swallow. And now you got big question marks. And look what you could have done. You have a really good team around you. With that lack of performance at the quarterback position, you almost went 500. If you had a plus there at quarterback, you may have been in a similar position last year or even better.
Vikings owner and president Mark Wilf said he will conduct a thorough search for the new general manager before the draft. But throughout the season, Adam Schefter just reported about a few minutes ago. He said there was talk of serious underlying tension in the building, and one league source said it has been ugly in Minnesota. So the writing essentially was on the wall, I think.
But they're pretty lock and set. Who's the offensive coordinator there? I mean, KOC is not calling plays.
KOC calls the plays.
Okay, so Brian Flores and him, I mean, they're pretty good at the coaching positions, don't you think?
Oh, 100%. You weren't getting rid of Kevin O'Connell. The offensive coordinator is Wes Phillips, but he
is that Wade Phillips relation?
I don't know. He does more of the O-line work, but yeah, KOC calls the plays.
Yeah, so I mean,
you're not getting rid of those two guys.
No, they're probably gonna have to talk with the owner, right? Don't you think? Like as we argued, maybe the quarterback doesn't have input, but I think the coaches should. We argue that the quarterback may or may not have the opportunity to have a say, but I think the coaches should all be on the same page.
Yeah, 100%. So, yeah, that was all the news that I had up. Let's talk about Super Bowl 60 right now. As it stands, the line has stayed at 4.5 for Seattle, plus 4.5 for the Patriots. I asked Elvis, gun to your head, where do you think the odds stays towards kickoff? He said it probably stays or goes up to 6. If anything, I thought that's a big jump. I said it would go down, if anything, because the Patriots fan base is huge. And you got to think a lot of money is going to eventually come in on the Patriots
because
closer
of the plus
to
value.
Yeah, so I think it closes at 3.5. Right now it's at 4.5. What do you think?
Well, I think you're seeing the trend though is the writing on the wall is that the money that is going to that's the only thing that scares me, the public going towards the Seahawks. But
Yeah.
I mean, look at it last year, right? Going into the Super Bowl, the public was on the Eagles, and that scared me. But I think it's the same thing going into this Super Bowl. I think you look at differences of conferences. I'm willing to lay that 4.5. I'm willing to lay all the way the hook 6.5, man. I'm really going to die on this hill. I think compared to where we were 10 years ago, I mean, these are just two different trajectories of franchises, and it should be Seahawks by 40. So I'm willing to lay that minus 4.5. I'm with Elvis, actually. I think it's going to swell. I don't think that there's going to be enough coming in. I think you're going to have some whale bets for Patriots. Obviously, we've seen one earlier today, about $1 million drop to win 2.3. You're going to see some of that, but I think there's going to be too much coming in from the majority of the population. I think the writing's on the wall. Seahawks by $1 million.
See, I hope money comes in on the Patriots.
Me too.
So it gets lower because I'm with you. I'm on Seattle. I laid the 4.5 at minus 105 already. I have a ticket in for Seattle, but I don't know if it gets to 6.5. That kind of scares me a little.
Yeah, that's just showing. It's just we always like fading the public, and
but the public wins.
The public does win. It does win, man. I was looking around, man. I was looking them up and down, like where to find some different bets. Like I said, the alternate spread, different props. Like I'm willing to probably go up to the 6.5. Like you said, getting past that starts getting a little bit greedy. But like I said, I'm not exaggerating when you look at the rosters and you look at if these quarterbacks match up with their play. The talent on the field does, and it's just on paper, but it does indicate that the Seahawks are lopsided in that regards.
Some novelty bets that I've already placed. I wrote an article for SGPN about the coin toss and the history of it, and already put it
history. What's the percentage?
Go check it out. I'm not gonna.
It's not 50-50.
No, it's not. As of recently, Tails has been the winner. Tails never fails. So right now it's minus 104 both ways, but it's just a fun bet. There's no real logic behind it. It's just a fun bet.
It's to get going. Just open up the game. You have your bet hit, or you're downtrodden or
you're down. Exactly. The color of the Gatorade is very interesting. Orange is favorite at plus 210. We got lime and green as second at plus 260. Blue is plus 260, and then it's long shots purple plus 850. Clear 12-1. Red and pink 12-1.
I have yet to see a clear.
Yeah, I don't think it's clear.
That's gonna be a while. Like that's water.
My article for SGPN for the color of the Gatorade odds will be coming out tonight. So stay tuned for that.
I can't wait to hear that. I did a lot.
Spoiler: I might be on blue, but we will.
Blue
see.
hits.
Blue hit a few years ago for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers one.
But it also hits. Like it's a good flavor.
Yeah, it does hit.
Like that's the thing. You got to think of like if I was a player, what would I be asking for? Like orange being the favorite. Orange is good.
I love orange.
Don't get me wrong, but I need it for like not like an athletic environment. I think for me, lemon lime worked the best when I was
really
playing. Yeah, for some strange reason.
It's too sweet for me.
Yeah, some people like red.
Red's disgusting.
I think red is the worst. Red is something you can like eat with candy. That's what I thought red was good.
And the blue is good, but it has to be the frost, the
light
cool,
blue, the glacier freeze.
Glacier freeze.
That's the good one. A glacier cherry too is good.
Yeah. So I like those novelty bets, but one bet that I liked and I wanted to get your opinion: shortest touchdown scored over under 1.5 yards. What do you think?
I saw like the longest, and I thought that was short. I don't think we're going to get no sneak. It's not going to be like last year, man.
So the longest touchdown scored is
34.5.
35.5.
35.5.
I'm going to go under.
You're going to go under. I was going to go over the longest touchdown scored, and then I'm going to go over again. I don't think we're getting a short touchdown.
No, I was going over for the shortest at over 1.5. You can get that at plus 112.
There's no way. I don't think I'm going to see a goal line rush from either team
because we're not doing a Philly special.
We're not doing a Philly special, nothing like that coming up.
So yeah, I like the over for that as well. Is there anything else like that you kind of
You know,
like novelty bet?
yeah, is this one that the props for the MVP, it was simply,
Okay.
a quarterback which was favorited to win it compared to
Yes,
any other position, and might be interesting to take that $2 dog in any other position for MVP, right?
I
You
agree.
look at Drake May's defense. They've been carrying him, and obviously anybody on the Seattle defense can carry. Look what happened the last time they won. It was Malcolm Smith, and
Yeah.
people don't even remember him winning MVP. So
Yeah,
it could
I
be
agree.
any
Obviously,
defensive player.
the two favorites are Sam Darnold and Drake May, but
It could be
Elvis was
JSN,
JSN is third at plus 600. Even that's a little chalk. I would even go like
a defensive player on either side of the ball.
Rashid Shaheed. I even like the
Returns.
rookie out of South Carolina from the Seattle Seahawks,
Yeah.
Nick Emawari.
Yeah, he's a beast, man. He could win it. He could
Bro,
win it.
he
I was
is a
looking for
dog.
maybe like both teams to score non-offensive touchdowns. I could not find that. But I think, obviously we've seen the Seahawks with their special teams capable to return the ball. I think don't the Patriots have Kyle Williams? Bro is fast, is he not?
Yeah.
So he can return it
Elvis
too.
said that. Elvis
Yeah,
said,
like
yeah, put him.
I say if you could find a way for both teams to score a non-offensive touchdown, that would be a bet I'm willing to take because I think you're gonna get some plus odds. You could see, like I said, defensive from either team and maybe special teams from either team.
Yeah, there's like a Super Bowl special prop, or a tab, I should say. So whatever sports book you wind up using, you could use that, and there'll be some really fun bets to place. But we'll have more. We'll have CT on later in the week next week, and we'll dive really deep into just all Super Bowl props and bets.
Can't wait.
But kid, before we get into our plays for tonight, a quick word from our sponsor, brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. Is no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World's Favorite Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV. Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick, just how we like our lives. Whether it's Huckleberry playing around a golf with the boys or watching some puck, it doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with our Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. Our belief here at the Jane Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. All right, kid, let's get to it. We'll hit this only a short slate. I think there's only about 18, 19 games here for college basketball. And then obviously tomorrow we have a huge Saturday slate. I think there's like 128, 129 games.
Crazy.
What do you like here for college basketball for tonight?
Man, I'm liking that Sparty. I'm just hoping that they blow out Michigan. I'm hurt. I'm still hurt, man. I'm hurt from that, brother.
Yeah, I like them. I took them on the money line. It's a massive letdown spot here for the Wolverines going to their other rival in East Lansing.
Going to Lansing, exactly.
Give me the dog, the home puppy. Give me the Sparty plus 106. I got a little better price yesterday at plus 110, but yeah, I'm going with the Sparty. Should be a really good game tonight, but I'm gonna take the Spartans here at home. I also like Wright State minus 2.5 here on the road against the Milwaukee Panthers. Milwaukee Panthers are not that good. Meanwhile, Wright State 13-8. They're 6-3 on the road, so I do like them. And then we got a really good game here in Grand Canyon. Ooh. The Antelopes. Give me them at home, baby. I'll take them on the money line, minus 115 against Boise State Broncos. A really good matchup here in the Mountain West. But yeah, give me Grand Canyon here on the money line, minus 115 against the Broncos.
I like those plays.
Yep. You said you have some plays for tomorrow. Huge slate.
Yeah, man, and a lot of games, but I like the late game. You're getting Gonzaga. I mean, they're a really good team. When are they not? They're going to run the West Coast Conference, and I think they're going to be a higher seeding than people expect. People are definitely down and they'll get the 1, and I don't think they will, but they're definitely going to wind up being a 2 or 3. So I think you lay the points. I should have taken them. Words here when I took the Nebraska bet, but with a team like Gonzaga, I think you can lay the 10.5 easily tomorrow night. St. Mary's. They're at home.
They're playing St. Mary's.
St. Mary's, California. But remember, they're in Gonzaga. They're
No,
playing.
I know. Yeah, people always confuse that. So they're 10.5.
It's not like I said, I should have taken your word of taking the Nebraska 10.5, but I think Gonzaga can easily cover.
I probably would take it. I probably would take the points here with St. Mary's is always good.
They're always competitive.
3.
But look,
10.5 is a lot.
So a couple ranked opponents earlier this year. They only lost to Michigan. So Michigan is a team that's been bursting a lot of our bubbles, and they could very well do it again against Sparty, but I'm hoping not.
Yeah. And they're not that good on the road either, St. Mary's. So yeah, it should be a good game. Duke laying 11.5 tomorrow as well. That's against Virginia.
That I'd take the points actually for Virginia Tech.
That's a lot of points, kid. What do you think about that? I probably would take the points
at home. I think at home it's enough that Duke can cruise to a 4-point victory and not have to worry about it. Even though they could be a great team, it could be that situation where they're not covering.
Yeah, no, I agree there. Any other games here on Saturday that you got your eye on?
There were so many I didn't really spotted besides that late night one. I'm excited to see what Gonzaga can do, man. Another Final Four could be on the horizon for them, but I just jumped into Sunday.
I kind of like it's a good game, and both 16-4. I might take the home dog plus 4.5 with Central Florida against the Red Raiders.
Hey, not bad.
That's a good point. I mean, plus 4.5 at home against Texas Tech. And I know Texas Tech is rolling right now, but I don't know. At home, I kind of like the Knights here.
Is BYU getting points tomorrow?
Let me see.
Because if they're getting games. I think not only just because of the ranking, but I just think based off on how they've been playing, and BYU was close.
So right now against Kansas is laying 4.5.
I'm taking
give me BYU.
Yes, 100%.
Give me BYU. That's going to be on my card for tomorrow.
But I think that's a really good game. That's a point game. That's a 2-point game. That's why if you're giving me 4.5,
I think Kansas should be a point and a half favorite.
Yep.
I'll take that. I'll take the 3. Yeah.
BYU is really good this year.
They are. They have that kid AJ who's a fucking stud as well. So yeah, those are some plays. Any Sunday you said?
Since there's no lines yet, they're dropping lines early for tomorrow's slate. I just gotta get, as you said, a letdown spot for Michigan. I think Nebraska needs to get right back on track. So I'm gonna take Nebraska, and I like the matchup you're getting on Sunday between Alabama and Florida. I'm gonna go with Bama off recency. I think they've been a better team, even though Florida won last year. I do think overall during the season, Bama's had their number.
Do you, real quick, and I'll touch on that Alabama game in a second. Do you think Nebraska will be favored here at home against Illinois? I don't. I think Illinois will be like a point favorite.
Yeah, but they beat them already.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, Nebraska beat Illinois already. So that's why I just think after coming off of Michigan, they're in their own court. See a red. Got to take Nebraska. But like I said, straight up, I'm probably going to be a dog. Illinois may be favored.
Yeah, I think Illinois will be favored. That's my prediction. And in the Alabama game, another road team that I think will be favored here in the Swamp. I think Alabama is going to be favored here at least by 2.
That's why I'll lay the points actually with Bama, but I'll take Nebraska on the money line to upset Illinois.
I just think the Swamp, forget football. I just think the Swamp is so like a very, very tough place to play.
Man, for fans, Florida fans,
they're national champs. Let's put some respect on their name as well. Yeah. So I probably, depending on the number, I probably take.
You could probably take the points easily.
I'll take the points with the.
That seems to be the common theme, man. If you're getting a handful of points, though,
I have to take them. Yeah, I have to, because we've been seeing a lot of close games here. And hey, let's not forget, kid, the start of February is in 2 days. Then we got a month until March Madness. Fill out those brackets, baby.
Yep, I can't wait.
Love it. All right, kid, let's hit the ice. Like I said, there's only one game here on the ice for tonight. It is between the Chicago Blackhawks and the Columbus Blue Jackets. And to be honest, man, Blackhawks have not looked good. They've lost 4 of their last 5. Meanwhile,
Connor Bedard's still a really good player, but he's
phenomenal. But Columbus, they've won 4 of their last 5. So
they're a complete team. That's the
what
thing.
Do you like here? I got a player prop, but what do you like here?
I'm gonna lay with the Blue Jackets on the road.
Oh.
Yeah, I might even go as far as -1.5 on them. I get it at home in Chicago, But man, like I said, they're just playing two cohesive units, and I think their goalkeeping has been pretty rock solid. So if it's too chalky on the money line, you might have to lay it. That gives you pause to maybe take the +1.5. But I think the Blackhawks are like 1-4 the last 5 of them being the underdog at +1.5.
I like the over. I liked it a little earlier when it was 5.5. Over 6. I think we're gonna see some goals here. But I got a player prop here.
5.5.
Yeah, no, not anymore. It's at 6. I see 6.5 for plus money.
5.5 because I could see a 4-2 game Blue Jackets.
Yeah, 100%. So, I do have a player prop and shout out Props.Cash. Go over to Props.Cash.com. Best way to research all your player props. We've been using it for years now, and it helps us in basketball, football, hockey, everywhere. Baseball's coming up. We got the World Baseball Classic in March, baby. Cannot fucking wait for that. So make sure you guys go check it out. Use our promo code DREAM25. You'll get 25% off your first month with our code DREAM25. So download the app. Not now, but right now. Kid, for my prop, it's going to, obviously, there's only one game. It's going to be in this Blackhawk and Columbus game. And give me the Chicago Blackhawk goalie and Spencer Knight over 25.5 saves. Chicago gives up an average of just under 30, around, it's like 29.4, 29.5 shots per game or on goal per game.
Yeah.
You know, they've given up at least 31 shots on goal in 4 of their last 6 games. They gave up 44 last night versus Pittsburgh and 31 and 36 in their last 2 games on a back-to-back. So they're going to give up a ton of shots against this Columbus team. They're on fire right now.
Yes, they are.
Give me over 25.5 shots saved for Spencer Knight.
Yeah, my Prop.Cash actually is outside of the realm of hockey. So would you like me to conclude? Would you like me to conclude with my Props.Cash or just get it out of the way?
Yeah, do whatever you want.
Because all right, so I mean it's a curveball because I have some more picks for the NHL come Saturday and Sunday, but since we're doing our Props.Cash segment right now, I went over to the world of tennis. If you guys don't know, it's the Australian Open right now.
Yeah, you saw Novak Djokovic
upsetted Jannik Sinner. And I mean, bro, people were all expecting the Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner final, but we're getting a Novak Djokovic in there in the final.
He's a GOAT. He's
the 10-time all-time winningest Australian Open challenger. He's one of the best players ever to compete on the blue-green court. He's gonna go right out into the sunset as one of the greatest tennis players of all time. Absolutely. But Carlos Alcaraz is not gonna go down easy. Mind you, he did come back from down 2-1 against Jannik Sinner. I see something similar happening here. He's also had the most come from behinds in tennis history, Novak Djokovic. So give me the Joker to win in sets betting, 3-2 at +950. And we're getting tremendous odds for a guy who's come back from behind plenty of times before and is upsetting the 22-year-old number 1 tennis player in the world, Carlos Alcaraz.
I love it. I took him up. I took him this morning. It was live because obviously it's in Australia. But I was having breakfast and I went on FanDuel, just being a degenerate, and I saw him live. I was like, oh, let me put the match on. So I had it match on my computer, and he was down. He was down 2-1. And I was like, and it was like +260, +265. And up until this point, Skinner has beat Novak, I think, 5 times in a row?
Yeah.
And I was like, Novak is the GOAT. Like, he's on Mount Rushmore. He's gonna go down as one of the greatest tennis players of all time. And I put a nice little $5-10 on Novak, and he won.
Yeah,
he came back, baby. I was like, let's go. I'm not a tennis guy, but I root for Novak. He's my GOAT.
Carlos in the last round against Aziz, the Russian German dude who's really good. And he had that little injury timeout stuff, so he took advantage of it. Mind you, they had to go into tie breaks 3 out of the 5 sets, and he was pushed to 5 sets. And granted, it's the number 3 tennis player in the world, but I just think it's Novak a little bit fresher. And if this does go 5 sets, he'll be able to wear out the younger 22-year-old. So
I love it.
Experience beats youth every time there.
Kid, and you said let's end it on the ice. We got 14 games. I think everyone but 2 teams are on action for Saturday. Devils are on the road taking on the Senators.
I can't touch that team. I think it's a time to maybe fade the Rangers too, but that's not part of the 2 picks I have out of the 14 games for a Saturday slate. A 1 p.m. afternoon game, I'm a fan of Avalanche and Red Wings. I think it's going to be a great game, but even though Avalanche is leading the West, I think that the Red Wings at home can actually win. So I don't know if we're getting plus money at all with them at home, but
yeah,
I'll
right now plus 130 best
yeah,
odds.
I'll take them on the money line. I think they could upset. I think it is an upset to the Avalanche who's leading there, but Red Wings, don't deny it. They're second place in the East, so they can easily play really well at home.
They have lost 4 of the last 5 Avalanche.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And it's 3 straight, isn't it? 3 straight losses. They're both coming off of 2 straight losses.
Yeah,
I think.
both. Yeah, both.
But boom, yeah, you got to go to Detroit, play at home. I'm sure the Detroit faithful is going to be, backing their guys.
Little Caesars, huh?
Yeah, and then late again, 9 p.m. Dallas Stars go to Utah. I'm taking the road team. I'm taking the Dallas Stars. I think they're a little more experienced. I think they'll skate a little better around Mammoth, even though Mammoth are actually surprisingly good.
I like the Mammoth.
And they're in the 4th spot right now in the West or something like that. I just think that the Stars can get a win. So I'll be willing to take them.
7-2 in their last 9 Mammoths. They are good at home, but away from Dallas, they are 17-7 away from home.
Dallas
Going up to elevation now in Salt Lake City, though.
Yep.
I liked it. I kind of like the plus money here with the Wild going up to Alberta to take on the Edmonton Oilers.
That's a good one.
Yeah, they're 15-8 on the road this season. I really like the defense of the Wild. I think they could clamor.
It's in Edmonton, though, right?
Yeah, which
could favor them.
I don't mind. You cannot back I know Vancouver's not good. They're one of the worst teams in the league, but you just can't back Toronto right now.
No.
They've lost 5 in a row. They've lost 2 of they're 2-6 in their last 8. They can't. The problem is they score. They can't defend.
They can't.
I would take the over. Over 6 is at -125 right now. That
might get
fair.
a goal or 2. Yeah, they're gonna
they're gonna get 3-4 goals, but they'll give up 7 goals.
Yeah.
So
bad losses.
Yeah, I like the over in that game as well. So I'll have my official plays out. We got a lot to go over on Saturday, kid. Get your TVs ready. Get your popcorn. How you doing?
I'll take all the home teams on Sunday. The Sunday slate, I think the Kings got to go all the way here in the East Coast to play Carolina. Bruins got to play the Lightning in the East Coast. One West Coast game, though, I'll still take the Anaheim Ducks over the Golden Knights. 2 back-to-back nights. I'll favor the team getting a day of rest.
I love it, kid. I love it. Well, I appreciate the hell out of you. Thanks again. Good luck with all your bets. We'll be back Sunday, 3-man pod. We'll continue to break down Super Bowl 60 and have some bets for Monday's slate. But enjoy the weekend, everyone. Good luck on your bets, and we will see you guys on Sunday. Peace.